This could be a very interesting episode.
The good Lord was testing my patience. It's kind of refreshing. There's not very many of us out there anymore.
I started this back when I was 29. I've been doing it 30 years. Do the math.
Tell ourselves that we can live like this. Or head to California. We'll sink our toes in the sand.
And I thought I was in high cotton, dude. I'm like, I'm an executive musician now.
And I'm working on stuff all week, indoors, in the house, in the studio.
Welcome to Backroads Truth, where the dirt roads meet real stories, faith runs deep, and God's Word lights the way. Hosted by singer-songwriter Justin Todd Herod.
About this awesome guest that we have today. Once again, joining me, Miss Natalie Metcalf. Good to have you back.
Hi.
Thanks
How
for
you
being here
doing?
again. I'm doing good. How are you today?
I'm good. Good to see you again.
We're both wore out from the road. Speaking of this episode.
Hey, you got me traveling down this long back road to get out here to the shoot today, and I was.
Oh gosh.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful drive though. But I thought, where am I going? I'm getting all the way out.
You've had a lot of practice, though, from what I understand. You can navigate yourself around the road pretty good, from what I know.
You know, when you grow up in Midwest, you know, wherever it may be, for me, Northwest Kansas, I mean, it takes an hour to get anywhere. Of anything. So when I started traveling in Texas, people will be like, "What? You drive 4 hours to a show?" I'm like, "That's a breeze."
I know.
You know, it's more like, "What about 20 hours?"
Yep.
You know, people will start talking to you about that. I'm like,
Yep.
I can do that in my sleep. You know.
Man. Well,
And I heard you have some long hauls, and I mean, I don't do them as much anymore. But when you do schedule the tours, you know, it's a lot of driving.
I think one of the great things about having you on as a guest today is that people are going to kind of get an inside glimpse, especially from our female viewers, of what it's like to put the work into this, not only as a songwriter, a singer, a musician, but listen, you got to get to the gig, you got to get out there, you got to travel, you got to feed yourself, feed your truck, you got to find some place to sleep, you got to do all this stuff, because I understand, like me, you don't have this big road crew with a bunch of semi-trucks catering you around. You're kind of out there doing it on your own, aren't you?
I'm an independent artist. I do everything
Me too.
by myself, you know, and when you said that to me, I'm like, it's kind of refreshing. There's not very many of us out there anymore, but I mean, I never thought much about it being just, you know, alone as a woman on the road until you start getting a little older, and really all the life things start sinking in.
It does.
And you're in El Paso, Texas at 2 a.m. and you're filling up gas at a gas station, and I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get gas, I'm gonna get my car, I'm gonna get going.
Right.
You know, there are little things like that, but for the most part, the good Lord keeps me safe, and I feel good.
And he always will. You know, I'm several years older than you, and I can recall when I first got started, there were no cell phones. I didn't even have a bag phone. When I first got my first 3-watt bag phone, I thought I was in high cotton. But I remember, Natalie, stopping somewhere in Nowheresville, Wyoming or something, putting quarters in a payphone so I could just hear my little boys, who were just little, they're grown men now, hear them, you know, talking. And I would be, you know, and hear the deal. You have now 3 minutes or whatever left.
My goodness.
And I got my first 3-watt bag phone in my old F-250 stick on the floor truck. And I thought I was in high cotton, dude. I'm like, I'm an executive musician now, till I got my first roaming bill of like $95 for a 2-minute call, you know?
Yeah.
And, but it is different now. We're living in a different time setting where you as a female, well, anybody for that instance, you know, you've just got to take a lot of things into consideration about traveling, keeping your body healthy, keeping your mind, your emotions, being away from home, from your spouse. That's what kills me, man. That's the hardest thing.
I mean, it's some long hours. I mean, I don't know how other people deal with it. I think that sometimes, I mean, when you're gone forever and ever and ever, I mean, it's tough. But I remember the very first tour I did, like just back to Kansas, back to my hometown, and across the whole state, when I was dating my husband. And it was like the last week I was up there. You know, he called me, he's like, okay, I'm going to see you on Friday, or I'm going to see you. And I could hear him excited, you know? Yeah. And I remember pulling into his driveway, and it was like something you told me just a little bit ago. It was a 10.5-hour drive, I think, from where I was from to get there. And I could have stopped halfway, like got a good night's sleep, and, you know, woke up and finished the rest. But I thought, I want to see him so bad, you know. I just drove the 10.5 hours, like straight through, and I pulled in, and he was still up. It was like 1 a.m. when I got there. He's standing in the garage with the garage door open waiting for me. And
listen, I want to say this, and I know you'll agree with me. I longed for many years to do this. All I wanted to do was write songs and play and sing. And I love packing a suitcase. I love staying in hotels. Some of them I've stayed in. Honestly, man, many people wouldn't stay in some that I've been in. I've done it the hard way for a long time, but I'm getting to a point. I love singing in front of people. And listen, you and I both would agree. If it weren't for people listening to, downloading, buying your music, we're so grateful to people that listen and watch. But I want to tell you something. When I think about sacrifices made, I remember many a times, man, when my son was a very developing, up-and-coming baseball player in the Select Ball League, played at Ranger Stadium. I missed a lot of games. I missed a lot of special occasions. I missed a lot of things. And even now, and I'm not going to disclose my age, but I'm not a young buck anymore, dude. I started this back when I was 29. I've been doing it 30 years. Do the math, when I was 29 years old. And now, even now, here's one of the biggest sacrifices for me. I mean, it's not just the eating out of paper sacks or sleeping in crappy hotels. It's being away from people, man. Being away from home now is the hardest thing for me.
Absolutely.
That I know that you've had to endure because you're a woman doing this.
Yeah.
And I know I'm just a tough old son of a gun, but I can only imagine how tough it is for you out there doing what you're doing, and you're still doing it,
I mean, I think there is just, if you choose this life, like you said, like if you choose it, you love it at a certain point.
You either love it or you don't. That's right.
And I remember longing. I'd see these other guys getting their bands together, getting on the road, going on tours. When I was in college, and I thought, God, I can't wait to do that. I never really got to do that with my band. We traveled and did some stuff, but my career took off more when I was independent.
It always does.
And so I really started traveling all by myself, and again, I think I was just so excited. Like you said, the older you get, the more you have going in your home life. It's funny. I think it's harder. It's more difficult for other people to look in and say,
it is.
How do you do that?
It is.
And I think my parents too. And sometimes your siblings, like you get in a relationship and they say, you're going to leave your duties or your life
right.
as a wife, you're going to leave your husband for 3 months, or you're going to leave him for, even if it was 2 big long weekends, Yep. I think sometimes it's difficult for people to understand, but I mean, my husband understands, and that's what's important. Like he is so encouraging. He knows I love it.
Yes.
And I mean, you're on the road. I tell people, I said, it's always good to send me out on the road, because I get to be a little introverted a little bit when I'm at my house. And when I'm on the road, guess what? I call more people.
Yep.
I call old friends, and then I almost don't even have to stay in hotels anymore. Everywhere I go, there's somebody is offering you a bedroom. Or
I know. I've done that.
That
can be good or bad.
It can be good or bad. You're right.
Right. It can be good or bad.
I mean, I'm saying
I have stories. I won't tell you.
These second moms that are always hosting their house.
Yeah.
You're right. There are some nights where you're like, dear Lord, I just need like a Holiday Inn. A Super 8, whatever's on the side of the road. I don't care.
You have to be married, Natalie, to a special person that knows how to engage in this life with you. I have the most amazing wife who is way smarter than me, certainly better looking than me, and certainly more just spiritual. She's everything, but she understands it, man. And today when I left out to come down here, we're gonna be doing stuff at the studio here for a length of time, and I just said, man, I just don't want to. She said, you go do your thing, I'm fine. She just but there are some people probably, that couldn't do it on the traveling end, and there's some spouses that probably couldn't do it on the supporting you end. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So it takes a special spouse, and obviously you have that person.
I mean, I have a lot of respect for him, and
I know me for mine too.
I mean, I told you at the last time we chatted that we had dated for 6 years, and sometimes I tell people, I'm like, the good Lord was testing my patience, but honestly, I think He has a reason for everything. I mean, the life we live is not the easiest.
No.
But it brings us so much joy in these. And I know that our spouses see it, you know. And when it gets hard, I remember one time, probably a few years ago, I had said to him, I just don't know if I can do this anymore.
I've been there.
And I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm crying as I say
I've been there.
You know, and I'm like, because it would break my heart to stop. But I mean,
know.
He was standing there, and looking back on it, you know, I just was...
Man.
You don't know what you're supposed to say or what they're supposed to say. And I just remember him letting me say it, and he said nothing, right? And then a day goes by, and he says, you know, whatever you want to do, I'm going to support you. But I don't think you should stop. You know, it's just such a part of who you are. Yep. And I mean, he knew he would support me no matter what I chose.
Right.
But he also was encouraging. And how the heck they have that for me after all? I mean, I've probably put him through so many things. Who knows? But
well, listen though. But here's the thing that I realize that my and I'm sure your view of music the same way. Mine is more a deal of just trying to communicate. Of course, everybody knows what Backroads Truth does. We communicate a message. Every song I write is moving that direction, and I'm a little different than most artists. I'm not just a straight country artist. I've got a ministry mindset about what we do, and that's why it's great to have great artists that bring different ingredients and things to the table. But, one of the things I do know is no matter what the end game is, that the purpose is you're doing it because you love it, because it's not just something you do, it's part of you. It is part of who you are.
Absolutely.
And for a spouse to try to extract that or take that from you, it shows a true sacrificial love from a spouse. Let me say this to you, man, this could be a very interesting episode because I have said numerous times, and I almost feel like I'm going to get struck with lightning. I know, proverbially speaking, but man, this life, this life has taken so much from me. This life I've missed so much stuff, and I've done it because I chose this life, and I'm just, sometimes, in independent artistry, you're living hand to mouth, you're living off your CD table, your merch table, you know how it is.
Absolutely.
And you think, was it worth it? That's the thing I find myself, Natalie, saying sometimes, is it worth it to do this? And at the end of the day, every time, yes, it is worth it to me. It's worth it. It's hard, man. I don't think people understand how hard this is.
I don't think they get it either. And maybe you have
It looks
this.
glamorous, man, up there when you're on stage and you got the guitar on,
I mean, and you come out, and I always say, I use this phrase, but, people are like, you're so good my favorite part is the audience. So after shows, a lot of artists will go back. I'm not that kind of person. I love going out and trying to get a high end with everyone.
Right.
That's my favorite part, the old school ways of doing things, not social media. I'm not really good at that. But if you stay
I'm not
to
either.
the end of one of my shows, I promise you I'm going to come around and chat with you. And I tell people, I'm like, when I'm at home and I'm working on stuff all week, indoors, in the house, in the studio, in my, office, I'm very much an introvert. But then come the weekend, I'm like, okay, get it together. And I tell people that's show Natalie. So it's like, when I come out, it's like, okay, show Natalie, get ready, get on. It's time to be on. And sometimes that is difficult. That's very difficult to put show Natalie on.
The psychologist in me is going to come out now. There are personality types, and most artists I find are falling into that category of INFJ, or these different personality types that have introverted and extroverted qualities, because I am introverted to the hilt, man. My favorite part of the tour is when I'm done and I go back to the hotel with a Domino's pizza and some Hulu, baby, and I'm in my sweats. No offense. I love the crowd too. I do. I love, but people, because you're up there, they don't mean to, they're not trying to drain you. The people are what make this special.
Absolutely.
But really, listen, you spend a lot of your time giving yourself away to, I don't want to use the word fans. I'm out there to reach people for the gospel. That's what my end game is, everything I do. But still, I've done festivals, things where it's just get up and play country, get up and play blues, trio blues. I love doing that, man. And but it's still always, I'm going to give people 100%. But here's what I'm trying to say. How is it that what is the key, man? Because I've noticed with me, it's like when I get home, I want to be able to give my wife and my kids, my grandkids 100%. And it's hard to make that balance, isn't it, sometimes? It's hard.
Difficult. I mean, I remember in the beginning stages, your spouses and your family, they can't come to every show, and they get tired of hearing the songs over and over, And so it's just, people will say to me, especially seeing me as a woman, they'll be like, so you're by yourself. Oh, is your husband waiting up for you? Or oh, why isn't he here tonight? I'm like, he can't come out all the time. This isn't his job. But I mean, I appreciate that the people want to inquire. They just want to get to know.
But that trust level too of having a spouse that's willing to say, I trust my wife, I trust my husband, and man, I'm thinking, dude, this gets to be. I don't want to say this wrong. Please don't get it wrong. But this has gotten so far beyond, man, this deal of I'm in the spotlight and I'm carrying, I want to get home to my wife, my bed, man, it's not about hey, I'm the dude that's up there just working, trying to get the job done. And it means something to me. But what I'm trying to convey is that the older you get, the more you do it. You see the professionalism aspect and the polish of saying, I'm up here to do something that I'm doing, and I'm going to keep it professional. I'm going to get home when I can. I'm going to treat the people with respect. I'm going to do everything within the realms of professionalism. But I think many times people have this view of, man, it's all about the stage. It's all about the moment.
I know.
There's really so much more that goes on, right?
There's so much preparation for me. in my mind as I'm going there. So some people will say like, wow, you drove, an hour and a half, 2 hours to the show. And I said, sometimes I don't mind an actual longer drive to a show instead of just a 20-minute drive, or if I'm playing in my home, a town just like real close to me, because I can get my mind right, is what I like to say. I'm getting prepared for what I'm about to do, which is share pieces of me with you, whether I'm singing a cover song or my own songs. Like, I'm sharing such a big part of my life with you. And I'm so grateful that the audience and like you say, they're not even fans anymore. I feel like some of these fans just become family.
They're like family.
I know. And
supporters, man.
I'm sharing that with you.
Yep.
And then afterwards I want to come out and hear about your life. Oh, I do. Then I think how I separated is when I get home. When I first started out, he would wait up for me, and we'd have a nightcap or we'd have a drink together. And now, I mean, he'll have a text message sent like, "Hey, baby, it's 10. I'm going to bed. Right, I love you. I'm here. The phone's on loud if you get tired on your drive
The
home."
older you get doing this kind of stuff, and I'm telling you, I'm getting there, man. I'm done there. It's like I'm not, hey, the after party, no, the pre-party is me getting in bed by 9 if I can, man, if possible.
And I mean, people know me. People know that I would love to stay out and like have a drink with you. And sometimes he'll even say that. He'll even be like, "Hey, I know, Steven Tyler's there tonight. You stay and have some fun." Or he would say, "Do whatever you want. Just call me, on your way home." And like sometimes now if he's not home, I'll be like lit up. Sometimes you're still lit up after a show. You want your bed, but I'm like, I'll run in there, I'll give him a kiss, and I know it's annoying.
Well,
but I'll wake him up and I'll give him a kiss at 2 a.m. and say, "I had a great show tonight."
You're more of a heavy hitter than me. My 4 slice of pizza, like my 3rd episode of Friends, dude. I'm done. My night's over, man. Hey, but not only are you a traveling coast to coast gal, but you do a lot of local stuff at a local venue here. That is it Wilson Valley? Is that Wilson
Valley Merch House?
You're there, right? A lot, right?
Yes, I mean that's been like my hot spot this last year or so in Texas.
Cool place, ain't it?
It's such a neat place.
I like it there.
You know what? Also, you get a nice country drive out there.
You get a nice food there too, buddy. If you ain't careful.
My man came out to my last show there. The thing about the owner, John Evans, he's so amazing
cool guy.
To local artists.
Yeah, he is.
And I don't know how he does it. Very supportive. He brings us in there. He's got music Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. And then not only that, he'll bring in bigger artists, and then he'll choose some of his local artists to open for them, and I got to do that recently. I opened for Zane Williams.
Really?
So Zane's the lead singer of the
I know Zane. Yeah, man. I've seen him at the Billy Bob's one time we played up there. Zane's a great writer, man.
He's such a good songwriter.
Yeah,
such a good songwriter.
Has
he
a cool
cares
hat
about
too,
the songs.
Yeah.
I know. It was really cool doing that. I was totally fangirling out when I was there. I couldn't hide it. I still don't. As a writer, I mean, some of the owners will be like, "You're going crazy over him." I said, how do you think I got into music?
How do you not fangirl, man?
I got into music by falling in love with songwriters.
Before, I told my wife, I said, if I ever met like Alison Krauss, I'd just like to be speechless. Man.
I know.
I mean, there's certain people that would do that.
Exactly,
right?
Absolutely. And so John has invited me. I've sang there just on Saturdays or Fridays for him, and then I got to do one of these bigger shows at his place. Yeah. And recently, he started doing something called the Still Sessions.
Yes.
It's so
I've
badass.
seen him, man.
Excuse my language, but it's so amazing. So amazing.
Man. Do you know what? He even let me let us film a video there. I have a
in
video.
The stills?
In the Wilson Valley. We filmed
amazing.
Part of my video there. That the wonderful people, this media group, they filmed our video for the Power of a Second Chance right there, and it's got millions of views now in the prison systems of the United States of America. It's been viewed all over the country, man. And John was kind enough to let us film a lot of it there. Had some really good actors there and people that got to be a part of it. So all that being said, he's just a heck of a guy.
I asked him the same thing. Like his wife is such a sweet lady, and some nights we'll be out there, and some nights it's packed, sometimes it's not. I said, how do you guys do it? I mean, you're working. He's still out there being, working the fields,
down home,
cutting the grain to make the whiskey, and then he's in there and he's filming all day with his artists. He's putting up with us till 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Welcome to Texas, man.
I know. And
that's
I'm
the way
like,
to do it,
They must be an outstanding couple too. And just what I know of them, they are. But I mean, it must take a lot to just keep doing all this for other people. So I'm so grateful that they are.
I'm so thankful. He's going to come up and be with us one of these days. We're going to try to see if we can get him on, and we're looking forward to getting talk to him more. Being on the roads probably gave you a few song ideas, huh?
Hey, you know what?
Have you wrote anything just about the road?
Yes, I have. I'm hoping that you'll play with me on one that I'm about to do here.
I play one every now and then.
Like you said, how do you separate from it just always being constantly about you?
Oh man.
You know, and then bringing it back home and giving your family as much as you can give the people at the stage.
Right.
And something my man and I found was we really both love to travel. And even
he
though
does too.
He loves to travel too. But even though I'm traveling for music,
yep.
when we set out to travel together, we're doing it together. We're going out to find something new.
Yeah.
I don't bring the guitar, you know, it's like we're going to go on a trip.
I don't either anymore, man. I don't take one with me anymore.
And so it's kind of like, it's like a different side of us. And so the song that I hope you're going to sing with me is called Let's Go, Let's Roll. But it's about some of the things and places we've been together, some places we want to go together.
Do you know what? You know what my wife will do? She'll always say, well, I just want to make this about me and you. I want it to be about me and you, no music. And then we'll go into a hotel or something, and there'll be like this grand piano or something. Go over and play me something. Play me a song.
Yes.
I'm like, holy cow, I thought we was not doing music.
I thought we were going to bring that into it today. That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Exactly.
Or someone will come along and be like,
exactly,
hey,
man.
you want to hop up here and play the guitar? I said, no.
I know.
No, I don't.
I don't want to do a guest thing somewhere at a restaurant,
I'm not here tonight
dude.
for that.
No.
I'm here to just have dinner with my husband. That's it. Thank you.
That is what I wanted to hear. But in the midst of all that, I know you've got some ideas. You're talking about a song earlier a while ago, and I thought it was just so cool and so choppy. And I loved the melody, and I like the way you play it. But it's about the road a little bit, right? Coming home, getting on the road, going back.
You know, this type of thing, like Let's Go, Let's Roll, was about kind of like, it's on the road. We're going these places, but like no matter where we go, you know, this longing to always get back to your family, to your spouse, it's always there. But when somehow, correct me if I'm wrong here, but like when you and your wife will just go out together, sometimes there's not very many things in my life, because music is such a strong pull to me, where I would just be like, hey, you know what, I'd be fine like not going back, you know. But when I'm out there with him sometimes, or we go to a new spot and it just takes your breath away, these gorgeous places that the good Lord gives us just right here within driving distance, sometimes I'm like, hey, I'd be fine if we, just as long as you're here with me, we don't have to go back.
I'm gonna sum it up in 2 words for you before you sing. Harley Davidson, man. If I'm on my bike, man, I'll go forever, man.
I know.
And my wife, the hair, man, she's like, I don't want to stay on the bike too long, but I will get on that sucker, buddy, and not come back. So, hey, grab that guitar, girl, and let's see what you got here, because I like the way you play too, man. You got a really good syncopated rhythm thing going on there.
Well, I told you sometime I'm going to come back here and give you some heart-wrenching tune, but
I do, but you've been giving us happy stuff, man.
Yeah, it's easy going, and
I like it.
Still like deep in a way that, like I said, like I told you, like there's not very many things that would pull me away from music, but that when you find somebody that'll do that.
You've got that guy now, right?
Yeah, I would do that for him. You know.
Well, you can go ahead and look in the camera. Just tell him that how much you care about, how much you love him before you sing this. If you want
He's
to.
probably like, you're never this nice to me in person.
Hey, you're welcome, buddy. You're welcome. Here we go.
Okay, so this one's called Let's Go, Let's Roll.
I like it.
Pack the truck and head on up to Montana. We'll see the elk. Tell ourselves that we can live like this. Or head to California. We'll sink our toes in the sand. Hold my hand. Give me that sunset kiss. Let's go, oh baby. Let's roll, oh baby. Oh, we never come back. Let's fly, baby, real high, baby. Lose time, lose trail. Yeah, all we need is you and me. All these little things. Let's go, let's roll. Let's pack a bag and take a plane to Italy. Taste fine wines and cheese. Show them all how refined we are. Then we'll sail to Greece and pretend to be gods. Zeus will give us a night. We'll laugh and say, Now we've gone too far. Let's go, oh, baby. Let's go, oh, baby. Oh, we never come back. Let's fly, baby, real high, baby. Lose time, lose track. Yeah, all these things that we don't need. I got everything here with you and me. Let's go, let's roll. Salsa dancing, cigars, and local beer. That's life. Nothing's better than hot, sexy Havana nights. So let's go, oh, baby. Let's roll, oh, baby. Oh, and if come back. Let's fly, baby, real high, baby. Lose time, lose track. Yeah, all these things that we don't need. I got everything here with you and me. Let's go, let's roll. Ooh, oh, come give me that kiss, got me feeling high, baby. No, I can live like this. So let's go, oh, baby. Let's roll, oh, baby. Oh, and never come back.
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Let's roll. And we just rolled down some back roads here with a lot of truth that, really coming from a couple of people who truly love what we do and love the fact that we get to do it on wonderful programs like Backroads Truth, to let you know that, yeah, sometimes life is challenging, but guess what? I know that Natalie would agree, and I'm going to tell you right now, the greatest strength we have is because, you know what? God gives us a strength and a desire to do things that helps us do it for a purpose. And the purpose of Backroads Truth, regardless of what guests that we have on, is to let you know that God loves you. And this road that we're talking about, yeah, it's about music, it's about traveling, but there is a road that we all face in life, and that's the road that we have to choose to say, hey, how do we want to live this life with some purpose, with some hope? And, Jesus said it best. He said, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. And that's the way that we want you to know about today, is that you can be on that way that not only is going to hopefully potentially help you find purpose to maybe do something in music or whatever, perhaps maybe that you want to do, but the bigger plan that God has for is that you would know him through a relationship with his son, that you would be able to say, man, I'm on the right track down that road that will not only lead to peace in this life, but lead to eternal life. So we hope that something we've said today has impacted you. And if there's someone out there that you say, hey man, this is interesting, it might influence them, impact them, not only just for fun or just for getting to know a couple of artists, but to know something about maybe this deeper meaning about a road that we're on, I wish you'd share that with them. And always, you can go by and you can check us out at backroadstruth.com. And as always, we are so thankful you took this journey with us. I'm glad I had a really good shotgun rider today, man. Natalie,
hey, thank you.
You are a treasure, man.
Thank you for playing with me on the song. It was amazing.
I would do that all day long. I like to be a side man, dude. Especially somebody as good as you
I
are.
want to just sing on some of your songs too. I think we could spend all afternoon here, but thank you for letting me be.
Well, maybe one of these days you might
this.
just need a guitar player and just call me up and I'll just come out and
don't put it in.
I'd do it
if you
for
put
fun,
it into
man,
the universe, it's gonna happen. So you just watch out.
Well, we thank you. And hey, what's your husband's name?
My husband's name is Jake.
Jake, thanks for loaning her out for us a little bit, man. We appreciate it. And guess what, guys? We'll be back with another great episode, great exciting guest. So until next time, we'll see you down the back roads. Thank y'all so much. Bye. All right. Hey, great job once again.
Hey,
and
thank you.
Thank you.
Hopefully that was good for you.
Oh, it was great, man. Listen, that was really good.